Zwom. Doot, 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 doot. BMO.
Hey everyone, BMO here with another crypto video. This one is about the Dogman or Cynocephali. I don't know if you guys have heard that word, but I'll tell you what it's all about. These creatures are often described like most people would describe a werewolf, so I went ahead and drew a werewolf here. They're always fun to draw, so here you go. It has a dog's head or a wolf's head, a human torso and arms, sometimes claws and paws or semi-human hands. The rear legs are usually still canine and walks upright, sometimes going back to all fours when it needs to move really fast. Anyways, some people call it the Michigan Dogman or the Minnesota Dogman, but basically wherever you see it, that's what it's called. And it's been seen in 38 states, according to reports. But the current Dogman is not the first time in history, however, that people with dog heads have been reported. Although these seem to be way more aggressive and they don't wear clothes. In the past, across history, there have been many reports of races of jackal-headed or dog-headed people. Ancient Egyptians knew and wondered about this strange race of beings. In Egyptian mythology, dog-headed demigods existed, such as Anubis, and many paintings and statues were made in their honor, like these you see here. A physician of the 5th century named Theseus wrote that in the Indian mountains he saw men with heads of dogs, and they did not talk but barked. They had larger teeth than the average dog and hands of a person but claws on the ends of their fingers. They were known to live on raw meat, fruit, and to hunt with bow and arrow. They traded with local Indians and sent tribute to the king of India, which is interesting, like they understood human laws and backed them. They lived in caves, wore tan skins, and all had a tail like dogs, only longer than the average dog. I don't know where he got his measurements, but yeah, dogs have all sizes of tails. I don't know. Famous travelers even, like Marco Polo, mentioned Cynocephali as though it's no big deal in his writings. He tells of dog-headed barbarians that lived and grew spices on the Andamanian Islands. The texts don't stop there. In China, a Buddhist missionary, Hu Xing, wrote about dog-headed men on an island that was east of Fusang, which is the same island that Marco Polo was talking about geographically, but these guys never met each other, so it's very strange that they both mention the same descriptions of dogmen. In 2nd century Greek, natural historians wrote about how they caught their food and roasted it in the sun, how they kept sheep and yet couldn't speak the tongue of a man. They understood the Indian language and drank milk from their animals. He also goes on to talk about a similar race of people that he met on the road to Ethiopia who looked very similar to dogmen, but they had much darker skin. They also couldn't speak, but uttered in shrill squeals. This African race of dogmen could peel open nuts with their teeth and happily ate cooked meat, so they didn't eat raw meat. Their bodies were covered in hair, and they had the head and teeth of a dog. They were also talked about by the ancient Libyans as well. Perhaps the most famous Cynocephali was, believe it or not, a saint, Saint Christopher, who was described in several texts as having the body of a man but the head of a dog originally. Not only that, but originally the future saint was said to have been a wild and fierce warrior who was captured in a battle of Cyrenaica. Not only was this creature a very large man with a dog's head, but came from a warrior tribe of dog-headed men who looked similar to him. According to mythology, he eventually met Jesus, which we all do sooner or later, and learned the error of his former ways. He repented and became baptized and eventually received sainthood and the gift of a human appearance. Multiple historical images show St. Christopher, even to this day, as having the head of a dog. Generally, though, over time, the term has been used derogatorily in ways and means to describe someone rather than them actually having the head of a dog, but being dog-headed, which refers to usually a man's stubborn focus or non-willingness to change one's mind, kind of like a dog when it gets a scent of something and just won't stop tracking it. So there you go. Anyways, guys, this has been another BMO Creative video, another crypto creature. If you like this kind of thing, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Please subscribe. And yeah, we will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.